And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I started with that, the reason I started with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Then there's Okafor, then it's Ball, and it's Melly in at the 4. And for the Nets, Jared Allen is out there with Prince. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 1. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Here's LeVert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor. The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. And here is Ball. And there's the pass to Okafor. Makes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here is Irving. 20 points for him last game against Detroit. Holiday against Harris. Shot clock at 5. For the 3. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. Ingram passes the ball. Outside Holiday. Over Prince. Again, the Pelicans score.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Harris looking it over, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Here's Prince. 20 points for him last game against Detroit. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the 6'8" forward Taurean Prince showing continued improvement at the offensive end.
In the system that he played in for the Atlanta Hawks, Taurean Prince was known as a good two-way player. With his length and his ability to defend, he's going to be a great complement to scorers like Kyrie Irving and Spencer Dinwiddie.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, the new front office in New Orleans, led by David Griffin, opting to keep Alvin Gentry as a head coach, a great decision because the players that they brought in the trade for Anthony Davis are going to love to play at that fast pace. You add Zion Williamson to that mix, this team immediately becomes one of the more interesting and exciting young teams in the NBA.
And Brent, a lot of times when a new head of basketball operations is hired, a new coach is coming up next.
Well, the continuity there is interesting because of the time that Alvin Gentry spent in Phoenix, and David Griffin was there with the Suns as well. And so that's going to help out this young core, that they know that there's a collective consciousness coming from both the coach and the front office for them to lay the foundation of what this new Pelican team is going to be all about.
Pelicans shooting their first of the game.
And going back a season, average team at the line, about cent altogether.
Plenty of games at Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. You think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that will be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number. Now, here is Irving. Pass to LeVert. Out to Harris. Pelican by 4. And Holiday, here we go. And foul 2 at the free throw line. And the more you hear about Drew Holiday, a magnetic personality. He really connects with his teammates.
It'll be very interesting to watch the growth of Drew Holiday in that aspect this year, Kevin, with all of the additions of young, unrealized talent. Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Drew Holiday has got to be much more of a conductor this year, along with keeping his levels of performance elite.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Oh, Holiday. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
There's so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Here's Ball, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10. Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Pass to LeVert. Now here's Allen. Harris outside. Passes it to LeVert. Shoots over ball. Offensive rebound. Prince. No good with the layup.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Really haven't got offensive.
Nets trail by 4. And here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. Goes. Basket of the game.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. No one covering. They're lost to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Harris outside. Back to Harris, all alone. That shot is off. And New Orleans will come the other way. Ingram against Irving. And the pass to ball. And it's Allen. Okafor gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And a wide open look for Irving.
So weird. When you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And Okafor slams it in.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Irving passes to Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. So far, still no points in the game. It's stolen by Harris. Back to Irving.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Ball finds Okafor. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Irving passes to LeVert. Allen.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Now here's Ball. It's with the defensive effort. On the wing, Harris. Nice shot from the wing. And now it's just a 4-point Marlins lead.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets 1 to go.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage.
Right.
And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And looking now at the numbers for DeAndre Jordan, coming off a terrific season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Here's Hart. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
And so it's dipping it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4 and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief 2-game series often end 1-1.
Now here's Hayes, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. And Hayes kicks to Hart. 6 to shoot. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Nwaba. Over to the left wing. Here's Temple. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Jackson with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Pass to Hayes. Nwaba with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. They get it back. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. No good on the 3. New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lets it from 14. The shot, no good.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where he gets in there the next time he makes a different choice.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Here's Hart. Kicks it to Hayes. He dishes it to Reddick. The pass to Hayes. And the shot is long.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Nwaba passes to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. No good with the triple. Pelicans leading by 5. Jackson looking it over. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Nwaba. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Dinwiddie. Shoots the 3. It doesn't go for him. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. New Orleans making a switch here. .50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Up and in on the layup.
I love the confidence from Jordan. All of his shots are going to come from the paint, so he should be confident when he's got the ball there.
Here's Alexander Walker. 23 seconds left to play in the first. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Pelicans shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Redick.
Well, Redick used properly can be lethal for your offense. You just can't afford to fall asleep on him.
Free throw's good for Redick.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here now, Whitty. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
His passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
From deep three-point range, and so the first quarter is in the books. Pelicans lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Williams is out there with Hayes. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hart in at the small forward. Now here's Redick, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan, and Redick kicks to Hayes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick passes to Hayes. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Williams can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Teardrop shot, had a hand on it. Here's Hart. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Morris checked in for New Orleans. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the three. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
the tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more threes than twos for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I think.
But where has it gotten?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
the tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it.
They are.
Without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is or where it is that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the three-point line, or what strategies change to create even more three-point shots.
Now here's Jordan. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, not today.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Nets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Rodions Kurucs. Joe Harris is checked in for Garrett Temple. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. New Orleans leading by 5. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The 3. No good. Shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. This game is finished off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Irving. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Irving passes to Harris. Shoots from 12. Pelicans pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's the break. Here's Nwaba. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Nwaba's got 5 points so far.
Well, great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Here's Holiday. Feeds it to Okafor. And it's sent back by Allen. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. Irving for 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. Can't cash in from close range.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Allen.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Ingram against Prince. Ingram passes to Okafor. And it's sent back by Allen. And on the way from Irving for 3. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Here's Irving. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Harris outside. Six on the shot clock. Got Got a piece of it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Prince. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, if the defense is going to give that up, Taurean Prince is going to take full advantage of it.
Holiday up top. 8 points for him.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. It's one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Here's Ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Prince, powered down after the assist of the lane.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Prince's shot is good.
Well, good timing on that shot. He's got himself into a good space before knocking that jumper down.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Hangs in the air, and easy 2 points on the layup. Ingram's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Allen dishes to Irving. He feeds it to Prince. From 7, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter, didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them, and now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Now here's Okafor. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. And on the way from Irving for 3. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, Holiday focused there and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 1. Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Harris kicks to Irving. Lock at 6. LeVert in the corner. Shoots over Redick. And it's LeVert.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's Usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Down low, here's Melly, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Here's LeVert and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And that one, good. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's LeVert.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 12. Melly passes to Holiday. The three drops in the tray. And now a 6-point Pelican lead.
Wow, more from Holiday there. When he's healthy, he can have these kind of special nights, Kevin.
Harris against Holiday. Passes it to Prince. With the putback. It's good on the putback. 6 points for Allen.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any sort of rebounder, isn't it?
Such a smart offensive play right there. When Holiday sees that chance open up right there, he's all over.
Burt. Back to Irving. Now the pass. And no good. Some solid defense from Ingram. Pass to Melly. Back to Ball. Dishes to Holiday. Back. Pass to Melly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
First free throw is good, and a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Taurean Prince. Garrett Temple has checked in for Harris, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. The Pelicans also changing it up. Kenrich Williams comes in for Ingram, and it's Josh Hart in for Ball. Both good from the line that time. Nets trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to LeVert. It's chipped.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
The wide open look here for Holiday. No good from outside.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now LeVert. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, you've scored in a variety of ways in the first half. What's working for you out there?
Just moving around the ball, talking to my teammates, trying to get open. They're putting me in a great position for me to score.
Thanks, Jaleel. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, you have to be impressed with Drew Holiday. Few guards go harder to the bucket. He's also become a major threat from distance. So far, he's been the catalyst for the offense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted. Playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half. They may wear the other side out.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's Holiday. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeVert in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Nets trail by 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram. The Nets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. Pelicans leading by 4. Ball with it. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. LeVert the pass to Harris. And the layup is good. Harris has got his second basket.
And you gotta love the big bucket and paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Outside Holiday. Ingram outside. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
And one of the major pieces of the Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Brent figures to be a big piece for this Pelicans team.
So much talk about Brandon Ingram and potential unrealized, and maybe some stability around this new organization with head coach Alvin Gentry is going to bring out the best in Brandon Ingram.
Ingram, no good on the free throw. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Now, here's Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, a new start for Lonzo Ball, part of that massive Anthony Davis trade over the summer. And for Lonzo, things not working out in L.A. I wonder if being away from everything that L.A. offers up is going to allow Lonzo to focus back in both on playing and on making sure his body is ready for the rigors of an 82-game season.
2 shots.
He makes the first. And with the Pelicans, Ball can be quite dangerous in an Alvin Gentry offense.
Yeah, this up-tempo style that Alvin likes to play, a lot of it borrowed from the 7 seconds or less offense of Mike D'Antoni, is going to be very exciting. They could be a league pass team as Lonzo Ball loves to advance it with the pass, finding players like Ingram, Holiday, and of course Zion Williamson on the break could lead to some exciting basketball in the Bayou.
Irving passes to LeVert. Harris against Holiday. Here's Allen. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Harris after Drew Holiday's score. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Irving. He scores his goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead. Irving against Ball. And that one, good. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Back to Irving. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
To the middle. Here's Ball. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen.
A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Now here's LeVert. He's got 6. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. Allen with the rebound.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboards in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Pass to Irving. There's the feed to Prince.
Here's a look at some stats for Prince. How he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
And that one falls for Prince.
Interesting with Taurean Prince kind of coming along at the right time as the league is searching out physical, tough wing defenders that have the capability of shooting the 3 ball, the prototypical 3-and-3 man.
And so he makes both from the line. Third quarter of basketball and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ball kicks to Hayes. Ingram against LeVert. Ingram outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first free throw is good. David Mwaba is checked in for the Nets. Hang it up for the Nets. A 2-point game. Mwaba passes to Prince. Harris outside. Pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Time for Irving in his final year. The Celtics opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
That's good from Irving.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
And it's tied up with that one. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Outside Jackson. And again, no good by New Orleans.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Harris against Moore. Over Harris. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's speed shown from Etuan Moore. Good handles, and he glides right through the defense.
Here's Irving. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Here's Hayes. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. 4 on the clock. Outside for Jackson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Harris outside. Back to Irving. For the lead. There's the 3. Harris's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Jackson finds Ingram. Over Prince. A rebound by the Nets. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. You take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 11. There's the dish to Hayes. He kicks to Moore. Fires from deep. Connects from 3-point range. Moore's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Etuan Moore has shown some signs of being a lethal threat from the outside.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Temple comes in for David Nwaba, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. New Orleans making a switch here. Irving against Ingram. Allen outside. Back to Irving. Off target with his three. New Orleans leading by 3. Here's Redick. And it's sent back by Allen. As New Orleans will retain possession. Jordan, he's checked in for Prince. Redick against Dinwiddie. Now, here's Redick. Not a lot of room. Jackson finds Williams. Redick with the 3. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Dinwiddie outside. Passes to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Now Allen. Shoots over Redick. That one rolling around and rims out.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
The pass to Ingram. Back to Redick. A 3 ball. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. To the paint. Here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
It's his first trip to the line.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
That free throw good from Allen. And Allen drops them both. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hart the pass to Ingram. Williams up on top. Kicks it to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
A fantastic move right there. Just that quick little reverse layup.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Jackson dishes to Williams. Ingram kicks to Hart. Dinwiddie against Redick. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Redick with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Well, the defense has got to wake up a little bit. That's J.J. Redick out there, and that's J.J. with room to fire.
Stolen by Jackson. He dishes it to Williams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Williams has got his first points of the night.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Outside Jordan. Lock at 6. A floater. Rebound by Williams. Pelicans leading by 3. And Redick, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Redick's got 4 points this quarter.
Able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Jordan against Ingram. Jordan the pass to Irving. Puts it up from 15. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole. That last season, DeAndre Jordan bouncing from Dallas to the Knicks, and now here with the Nets. A lot of movement, but still excited about this opportunity that he has in Brooklyn to play with the Nets.
Hart, that's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Temple. A three-pointer, no good. And with Jordan, he's still a nightly double-double threat.
I think the idea with DeAndre Jordan is for most of his career, his game has been kept simple. Be a rim protector, set screens, and dive to the basket. And with the likes of a Kyrie Irving on your floor, it's similar to his opportunities with Chris Paul. And so opportunities for DeAndre Jordan here in Brooklyn are going to open up offensively.
It's the Nets now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's Irving. And the rebound goes Pelicans. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Hart, guarded by Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 9-point Pelican lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Irving. Ball's coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost. And when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
Dinwiddie against Redick. Ingram right side. Outside Jackson. Here's Hart. And the 3 off target. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pelicans ahead as they end the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets trail by 7. So for New Orleans right now, they've got J.J. Redick, Okafor out there with Williams. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Hart in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's LeVert over Williams. Excellent D there from Williams.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Lets it go with the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Ball against Dinwiddie. It's Redick on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Temple the pass to Dinwiddie. Count it.
I'm not sure who was supposed to him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
LeVert against Redick. 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Nets trail by 10. Passes it to LeVert. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Really up on top. Defended by Allen. Outside, Redick. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go. Brody. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, Jordan's such a great dunker. Some of the jams he has are completely jaw-dropping.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. There's the pass to Williams. And here is Okafor. Here's Hart. 6 to shoot. Kicks the ball. Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. All going up court. And the shot at Pelican lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Temple.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Okafor. Almost, but it rolls out. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to LeVert. Baseline try. The shot will not fall. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And that one is hammered home.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Timeout called the Nets. So for the Nets, Prince is checked in for Jordan, and Harris subbed in for Garrett Temple. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Dinwiddie. On top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And he fast break. Ball leading the way. Double clutches. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. To the inside, Allen. And Okafor with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Hart, no good. Nets trail by 11. Dinwiddie right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need, and need to be complete as people.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Nets trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to LeVert. Now Irving. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Irving's got 15 points here in the second half.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Now, here's Ball. Excellent D there from Allen.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Hart. After Taurean Prince's bucket, back to Ball. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Ingram's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Now here's LeVert. Inside, Irving. Lays it up and in a nice reverse. Irving's got 25 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jared Allen.
Well, a dedicated sprint to the hoop from Holiday there. He earns the trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one. And the second free throw, good. Irving with the ball. Now the pass to Harris. Baseline J on the way, and it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got 5 rebounds tonight. Holiday gets the bucket. He's got 22.
Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's LeVert. On the wing, Harris, guarded by Holiday. From deep, Prince, good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, a good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Ingram passes to Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Irving finds LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. It's the Nets now, trailing by 10. Ball's knocked loose. LeVert, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against New Orleans. That free throw missing. So he can't get either to fall.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Holiday gets the bucket.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Here's Irving. After Drew Holiday's score, Irving passes to LeVert. On the wing, Harris. Here's the three. Good on the triple. Harris has got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
After not having a three during the first half, he's made two the second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Offensive rebound. Ellie. Prince with the defensive effort.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot, and an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Yes, that goes in. 10 points for Jared Allen.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Okafor. Dishes it to Holiday. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Appreciate Drew Holiday getting shifty there on the inside to draw the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Holiday. Holiday. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. 9-point game. Over ball. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And Kyrie constantly beating his defenders and so good in those tight quarters with the basketball.
Holiday against Harris. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
Now here is Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty, missing both. New Orleans leading by 9. Here's Holiday. LeVert grabs the miss. Brooklyn's gone to point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. No good from Irving. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Holiday. Now the dish to Okafor. He kicks it to ball. The 3. Allen with the rebound. The net shooting 43% for the game. To the paint, Vert, good, and Harris gets the assist.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The Pelicans shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. The 8-footer, no good off the back of the rim. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's LeVert. Good! Oh, and that cuts the just 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as Ender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Good on the first, that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops both. It's a
perfect at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 7. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's 9 seconds in the shot clock and game clock. One, no good. Orleans will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. No problems knocking that one down. And that's now 33 points for Drew Holiday.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.